All right, so I'm going to look for who first said they wanted to show something. Pascal.
Yes, I'm jumping back over 100 years, I think, or maybe almost 100 years, because I wanted to show a slide of Ferrier et Soulier that I got recently. And it's always difficult to show those glass slides on the screen because they seem almost to be flat because they are supposed to be viewed in a special viewer. But this one I find quite appealing on the PC. So this will be a parallel view. I'll try to present now. Hope you see it.
Wow.
So this is one of the early slides of Ferrier et Soulier around 1860, probably. You can see this when you look at the golden frames that are both separated in the middle. Later, they had only one larger golden frame, and then a little later, they stopped having that golden frame. So this should be around 1860, I think. Just wanted to share this with you. Also, I will zoom in a little so that you can see that those slides were really brilliant. You can also see here the little guy sitting, and you can also see the texture on the stone. So these Ferrier et Soulier slides are really, really brilliant and sharp. I really love them, but they are sometimes difficult to find. Wow. So far from me.
Nice. Thank you, Pascal. All right, Ian, what you got?
Well, I finally acquired something I consider a missing link in the VistaScreen story. As some of you know, I collect VistaScreen. This is one of my 6 boxes. Got over 300 sets. But about 2 years ago, I started discovering European language cards with strange designations on them that didn't line up. Or which overlapped with the standard British VistaScreen sets. And you can see here, this is Paris, and this is what a typical VistaScreen box looked like. So I tried researching it, tried finding anything I could from the Capital Paper Company, which is the parent company of VistaScreen, and I found Sawdall for about 2 years. And then a few weeks ago, I went on eBay, and there was a buy it now auction for this. And this is confirmation that TrueView created sets for the European market. This is specifically a French packet. It opens differently from a typical VistaScreen packet. And it says on the back, Capital Productions, which is another name for the Capital Paper Company, which confirms that it's legitimate. And on comparing this set with the Paris set, the only thing different is that this only has the designation Series 115 as opposed to Series M115. So this overlaps in the series number with Gloucester, which is a standard, easy-to-find VistaScreen set, but it has the same images. So I've now proven that VistaScreen actually made cards for the French market. I'm hoping to come across, because there are Italian language cards, an Italian packet someday as well.
Wow, congrats on that find. That's awesome.
Yeah, a couple of years in the making.
Nice. All right, hang on. Next up is Dave Camo.
That is correct. Thank you. Very good. So I'm going to try to share. I'm logged in on my phone as well. what I wanted to share is moving to today and Halloween. My mom has a yard in Pennsylvania, and we set up Halloween stuff all October, usually. We're a little late this year, but I'm using something called the Orbix 360 to put the photos into these photospheres, because I've been taking 3D photos every year. So let's see if I can get this to work right. Okay, so this Orbix 360 app is pretty cool. It's on the web, and you can just basically add a 360 photo, or you can add side-by-side stereo pairs, and then you can arrange them. So right now you're seeing the view from my phone, and I'm kind of swiping around, but I can also move my phone, and I can switch it into cardboard view. So this is going to give you a side-by-side view. Now this is not, let's see, this is not 360. So let me go back, or I'm sorry, this is not 3D. Let me go to one that has 3D in it. Okay. So this has 3D in it. I turn it side by side. So these are my stereo pairs. You should be able to see these by free viewing or by using lorgnettes. I guess I have to move around. And so these are photos that I just kind of threw up there. It don't really make sense to be in that spot. But you can change the size and send the link to various people and what have you. And then you can also have a slideshow. Let me just show that real quick, because I think it's kind of a little way to view your photos, right? So there. How does it work on the phone? Oh, okay, I can click on it. Oh, these aren't, okay. So this should be side by, what's going on here? Okay, well, it seems to have blown up and gone back to the other thing. But anyway, I'll put the link in here, and it's a really neat way if you want to just show your 3D photos side by side in like on the web and in VR.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. You said you're going to drop a link.
Yeah, I can stick them in there. Here's the. It's always like it gets really. We have to clean it up in November when it's cold and there's a bunch of real spiders and slugs and it's raining and it's awful. But it's fun to look back at all the pictures.
Nice. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Dave Starkman, you're up. Oh, we can't hear you.
I think he said he.
Oh.
David, you're muted.
Thought he said he couldn't unmute before in the chat.
Oh. Okay. Huh, that's interesting. We cannot hear you.
Oh, can you hear it now?
Oh, yes, now we can.
I kept clicking on it and it wouldn't unmute. I'm sorry. All
That's
right. Okay, so mine is a camera today to show. Hold on here. So first time we went to an international convention, I was very impressed how, compared to Americans, the Europeans, and especially the British, had a lot of do-it-yourself, build their own equipment. And this is a little bit related to that. So a lot of you are familiar with the Coronet 3D camera. It was a British 127 roll film camera. This is an earlier version. The later ones had a stereo viewfinder at the top. This is an earlier one with a speckled plastic finish. But for those familiar with the Coronet, they may not know that before the Coronet was an earlier camera called the Robinhood. And the big difference, if you see them side by side, is this has a roll film back on it for 127 roll film. The Robinhood was the ultimate British do-it-yourself everything camera. The back, which came off, was literally designed to put one piece of sheet negative in the dark, load it into the camera. After you shot it, this became the developing tank in the dark. And this is the box it came in. Everything still was in the original cellophane. And in that box is, well, first there was the film. This is the original film never been used that you would put into the camera, into the back. This, it's starting to disintegrate. This is the packet with the chemicals. I'll have to hold it upside down. I'm going to have to seal this up. It had two tablets and one packet of powder for the developing. Oh, the red filter to do your, to put over a light inside your home darkroom. And then for printing, the gaslight paper. And this was a printing frame that you would put into to hold it in place when you were doing the printing. And this is the instruction booklet that shows all of that. And there's the camera. And this is showing you the developing process. And the last item to make the package complete was the Robinhood Viewer, which is a cardboard viewer with the two lenses, and literally a plastic holder where you slip the picture behind the plastic to hold it in place. So that's the complete Robinhood outfit in the original box.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You contact printed the thing, right? Is that what you're saying?
Pardon me?
You contact printed the thing?
Yeah, you did a contact print.
And then how do you transpose? Don't you have a problem with the reverse thing? And you can't flip it around because it's on paper.
I guess they figured you'd have to cut it apart and transpose it once you made your print.
Okay.
I'll have to look at the book and see if they mention that.
Otherwise, you're printing on paper rather than a transparency. You can't just flip it over.
No, you'd make a contact print, and I guess you had to transpose it. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you, David.
Oh.
That's very cool.
You're welcome.
I actually have that Robinhood Viewer, but that's all I have. It's just that viewer.
Well, now you know what went with it.
Yes, that's awesome. I'll have to chat with you later about that.
Okay.
Very cool.
I'll make a copy of the manual.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Next up, Cindy.
Hey, mine is actually 3D in progress. I'm graduating from my phone camera, which I've just hated doing sequential stereos on, and I'm building myself a twin rig with lots of help from people much more experienced than I am. So it's short, it's sweet.
How are you liking it?
I've just got my wide angle lenses at the beginning of this meeting showed up on my doorstep. So it's a work in progress. I like building things. So we'll see how this does better for me.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for sharing that.
Which cameras? Are they Sony?
Yeah, Sony A6100s.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cindy.
Mm-hmm.
Next is Robert Mcafee.
So I have a couple of things. Let me see my views. So this is I'll have to do change the blur so you can see. Okay. So this is a macro flash. It's so big I can't get it all into one picture, but it's got a unit that fits onto the hot shoe, or I guess you could have it off camera with a slave, or and it has two flash tubes on the end of something like lock line. If you've ever worked with any lathes or anything like that, you use lock line for coolant. And then this one has a single LED light in the middle, and you can control the level of the output for all of those. So you can bend these things around to where you want it to, get a little bit of backlighting or whatever to illuminate your object. I've had it for a little bit, and I wanted to kind of play with it on the counter. I'm just trying to get into a little bit of macro stereo. I really haven't any prior macro experience. And then I think I may have mentioned in this meeting, or at least some other one before, I've designed and 3D printed an adapter for the Panasonic 3D lens, the FT012. So here's the Panasonic camera. It's a GX1, and they have this lens they produced, which splits the frame. And Dr. T and others have some articles and presentations about modifying the lens, because it's a very narrow interocular, and you don't get much of a depth effect. So it's really better for close-up, but then it can't focus that close. So I've designed and 3D printed this adapter. It has a screw thread. I can do a 49 or a 52 millimeter, and it simply slips over, something pulled up here, slips over the other lens. It's a friction fit and very secure on there. And I'm using a achromatic lens. This happens to be a Kenko, which is very good, very nice lens. It's actually multi-element. I think there's at least 2 elements. It's a high quality lens, and you can put different ones. So what I did is I did modify my lens with some washers behind it to bring it out a little bit, so I can do a little bit close, make it a little bit larger in image, and then I can put my adapter on. And if I want to get even closer, a bigger image, I can change to a higher power close-up lens. So I did produce a few spares of these. I actually have 2 that I would be willing to sell with the lens and a front lens cap. And I also 3D printed a rear lens cap, so you could just leave it assembled in your bag if you wanted to. So that's it for me. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Robert. Y'all are doing some big things. There. That's cool. I've not started taking 3D photographs yet. I will. I promise. I promise I will.
So I'm going to put a link in the chat for a sample of this flash. It's not the one I bought. It's sold with different names. This one happens to be quite expensive, but if you do some searching on eBay, you can find it for quite a lower price. And I've noticed that recently they have a version that they replace that center LED lamp, which again is also adjustable and level, with a 3rd flash tube. So if anyone were interested.
All right. Thank you, Robert. We've got 3 more people, so let's all hang in for them. So we have Andre, then Maria, and then Lenka. So Andre, what do you have?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, and Eric.
I want to share with you my latest acquisition, which is a Heinemann HEAC 4 stereo camera. I hope you can see it.
Yes, and that looks amazing.
What's the name again?
Heinemann HEAC 4. HEAC is an abbreviation for Heinrich Heinemann Aktiengesellschaft. Heinrich Heinemann was one of the largest manufacturers of cameras in Germany in the beginning of the 20th century. The company merged into Zeiss Ikon in 1926. And the HEAC series was a series of normal cameras and stereo cameras. I think there were probably 25 of different models. And this camera supports 9 by 18 centimeter glass slate negatives, but it could also be used with film pack. And it is produced somewhere between 1908 and 1918. And I'm very happy with this one because it's in very good condition. The nickel parts, the wooden parts, so even the shutter is working. So happy me.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. Jealous there. All right, thank you, Andre. Maria.
Hello, everybody. I hope you can hear me all right. I was
Yes.
having a bit of trouble with the audio here. So, I'm pretty much a beginner. I only started in March trying to take stereos. So I'm still sequential. But a couple of meetings ago, Helen had done a presentation about taking stereos of light. And I kind of wondered out loud in the chat about trying to take pictures of the security lights at my apartment building at night and see how they would turn out. So let me see if I can pull this up and I'll show you my first couple of attempts. Well, now it's not saying, it's saying I can't share it. What is going on? It's not letting me pull them up.
Do you have the?
I followed the instructions that you sent me about presenting for my tablet.
Do you see a present now?
Yeah, and I hit that, and it asked me your entire screen, and I hit that and says, "Sorry, an error has occurred when screen sharing."
Oh no.
So,
I
could send them to you on Instagram's Messenger, Kata.
Yes.
If you want to be able to pull those up, but otherwise, I don't know what to tell you guys. I can't get to work.
Yes, let's do this. Can you message me on the BSC Global 3D? And then while the next,
I'm sorry, on what?
On the so not my 3D collector Instagram, but on the BSC Global, the one that you and I were chatting on.
Yes.
Yep. If you message that to me, I'll see if while the next people are sharing, I can bring that up.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do that. Thanks.
All right. Thanks. We'll see if we can get that. All right. And Linka.
Hi, everyone, again. So I would like to present something which is a result of me being at one of your meetings. So as you remember, I presented some of my stereo views of Egyptian dancers from late 19th century. And after the meeting, I contacted David and Ian, and David provided me amazing instructions how to make anaglyphs from the stereo views. But as I was about to give birth, it was not the best timing, I would say, to do it. But Ian helped me so much and helped me with creating anaglyphs from those stereo views. And I'm really happy about this because, yeah, it's amazing. And I would like to show you at least one of the anaglyphs. So you will need your, yes, you will need your glasses. Entire screen. Okay, hopefully. So I don't know, can you see my screen? Or not?
No, not yet.
No. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, okay, I see. Now it should be there. Yes.
It's coming. It's coming.
Come in.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can see the anaglyph.
Oh, yes.
Yes?
Nice.
Okay.
Yes.
Wonderful. So I decided to share this one because for me, as a historian, it's a very important one because this is a dancer from South of Egypt, Gazeya, and these dancers, they were banned from Cairo and Alexandria, and they moved down in south of Egypt, and they are very special in our belly dance community. And I really love this one because of her smile, especially, and very nice and unique costume. So I wanted to share this one with you, and especially say big thanks to your community, because honestly, before the first meeting I joined, I didn't know about anaglyphs at all. So this is this is completely new world for me, and I'm super happy to join. So thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's great. I'm going to switch over really quickly and share share Maria's photo. So I do have it. So let me just bring that up really quickly. Can you all see that? Sorry, I switched away. Are you able to see that?
Yes.
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 Okay. Maria, did you want to talk about this a little bit?
Wow.
Is Maria still there?
Maybe she's muted.
Are you mute? Because I can't, now that I'm
Yeah,
presenting.
yes,
I
I'm still
oh,
here.
okay. Is there anything
I'm
you
still
wanted
here.
to
Yeah,
say about this? There was that one, and then you sent this one as well.
Yes. And these are my first couple of attempts of taking stereo photographs of the security lights along my apartment building, inspired by Helen's presentation about taking 3Ds of light.
Cool.
Very nice.
Very nice. Good job.
Yes, and thank you so much for
So I'm
following through and sharing.
experimenting with it, and I hope to get better shots later. Thank you guys.
Awesome. All right. And is there, I'm scrolling. Is there anyone? Oh, Eric, I think is our last one.
Yeah. Hey, Keita, how are you?
Hi. Good.
First, I wanted to ask you if you've included any of the ViewMaster, the more recent ViewMaster film strip-based viewers. In 1997, let me see, I think I have pictures I can show you.
More.
Okay, yes. This was a Fisher-Price ViewMaster film strip-based pocket viewer that was put out to tie in with an IMAX film, T-Rex, if you can see that.
Oh, nice. No, I've never seen that before.
So it's a I forget what year this one came out. This was already once Fisher-Price was doing it. It's a compact pocket viewer, but it's got an internal film strip.
Oh.
So you advance through the pictures and then it comes back to the beginning again.
I gotta get it.
And then